about the notion that they have to be armed, could that be one of many different solutions? Stricter gun laws. I'm a gun owner, and one of my opinions is that guns should be hard as fuck to buy. I recognize the Second Amendment, but at the end of the day, it's not a fucking toy. Its purpose is to take life. Period. Make the shit hard as hell to acquire. Look at Japan, if I'm not mistaken. When someone buys a firearm in Japan, they interview the fucking neighbors of that potential gun owner for their psych eval. So, again, the notion that there's one solution, I wish we could broaden our vision and think beyond that. Moron rolled up, kids were out there and just started shooting. Mass casualty event with kids. So, all these Star Trek, Star Wars fantasy solutions, they're great. But let's live in reality, and let's come up with as many. Let's throw all the wild things against the board, and see what we can come up with. Short term, middle term, long term. I admit I don't know what the magic solution is, and I also admit my own triggering of shit like this, because I have children.
I gave you guys my solution, and I'm going to figure we need to, okay, I'm giving you my solution. We don't need to do anything. Y'all don't even have to listen or care. But my solution, final word from me, or maybe not, but it's just to get rid of the guns, period. And a Second Amendment, those guys with those funny looking clothes on and powdered wigs back then in the day, and they wore wigs back then in the day, and they were carrying around muskets. They had we were going to have guns that could deliver those kind of rounds at one time. Go get a musket. I'm sending them that, go get a musket. How about that? I'm good for that, because you got to push it down and put the powder and whatever. Go get you a musket. By the time you load that, I'm going to knock you out. So that's what I'm saying. And go learn, like Gemini said, go learn how to fight. Go take some karate classes or whatever you guys need, you softies, you weak-ass men. Go do that and learn how to protect your family. Also. Or whatever. Yeah, so they had no idea. And then when we're all gone, all of us here, because we will eventually die, and there are going to be some other advancements. You guys think it's just going to settle with what we got going on now, those stuff and stuff? That's going to get worse. There's going to be better technology, better ways of killing. And if you guys are okay with that, so go have at it. I don't, at this point, I don't really give a damn.
Well, that goes to my point of, sorry, Mike, I promise this would be short. Just to reiterate what Lisa said, in my opinion, what hurt my heart was after Sandy Hook, and nothing was done. And that really hit me like, well, shit, when this country...
Yeah, also the Second Amendment, like, everybody just glosses over the well-regulated militia part. Like, I think that if you want to have a gun, you have to be in the National Guard, because the National Guard is the only officially recognized militia. So that you can only have a weapon if you're in the National Guard.
They should be okay with that, Trumpers, especially because they like the National Guard being in their city. So,
Hey, pretty cool. How long does it take you to load up a musket?
Well, I'm from Kentucky. Don't pass me on the musket, all right? Let's not go there. I got that skill.
April's like, I just used the musket to hunt rabbit the other day.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, this by the time these lazy, these are armed ever, you know what I'm saying? But you bring them outside and say, put your dukes up. By the time you get outside, because you know how I am, you guys. I work on my arms, my upper body, try to keep it intact. Because if one of you weird ass Clubhouse people come up to me, I'm gonna sock you in your fucking jaw with a lock in my hand. I'm not playing around. So if you so damn bad and you so big and bad, go learn how to fight and then meet us outside. But you're going to go and grab your gun because you're hiding behind it, the bullets or whatever. I don't have one. Let's do hand-to-hand combat, but you don't want to do that.
Right. Are you ready for some breaking news from General Milley?
Do it.
All right, this is from yesterday. This is General Milley speaking.
Breaking news, Trump gave the order, but for the first time, the military said no. In a historic moment unfolding in California, General Mark Milley, one of the most powerful military leaders in the U.S., openly defied former President Trump's directive to use the military against immigrants. Standing firm, Milley reportedly told the president, "I will not use the U.S. Army to carry out injustice. If you cross this line, you'll be facing me." His words, captured in real time, have triggered a political storm. Trump's attempt to invoke fear through military force has instead ignited resistance, not from protesters or lawmakers, but from within the chain of command. General Milley went further, saying that Trump's actions violated the Constitution, and that if these abuses continued, the military would take steps to protect the country from the inside. It's rare, almost unheard of, for a general to publicly stand up to a president, but this moment made one thing clear: no army, no weapons, no power can defeat a nation united around justice. For more updates like this, follow and stay informed.
Is sure this is real? Well,
Yeah.
it's an AI voice, and General Milley is retired.
And they said
So-
former President Trump too. That's
It looks like
Yeah, that's old.
the comments are from the last 12 hours. That's what I checked.
Yeah, the comments are, they could be commenting on it now, but it's an old video that they're commenting on. So,
Okay, let me check
Yeah,
it.
they just reloaded it. Yeah.
that's definitely
Yeah.
Jeremy, are you aware the soldiers pulled out of Union Station?
No, I don't know.
Are you aware why? No. This is
They ran out of food. The reason they were there for the pizzas and the burgers, because that's all they were doing in Union Station.
I thought they were taking over Union Station.
No, the vets came out. The vets came out and challenged the actual soldiers and told them they were taking illegal orders. Blah blah blah. So go online, go look it up yourself. I told you I have people on the ground.
I come here to get my news from Viewpoint, so I don't know.
Thank you.
You gotta do what you do. I'll do what I do. I just share what I share.
I'll listen when you try to tell us. I'll listen when you try to tell us.
All I'm saying is don't bite Ellie's head off because she's giving you some even further.
Nobody's biting anybody's head
No,
off.
I don't feel like my head was bent. I apologize.
Nobody's biting your head off. Don't listen to Point. You know we love the hell out of you. Don't listen to that shit. I love you like I love cake, and I love some goddamn cake.
I wasn't.
So you know that. You know that.
I'm just trying to keep us on breaking news because I think that's what, how much can we talk about this shooting? I mean, it's been going on.
Hey, Lisa, what type of cake?
I like all kind of cake.
Oh, damn.
Need the
Agree.
most, so.
That's my wife. Even though I don't agree all the time, it's not personal. I love you guys, and that's why I love ruffling your feathers, because we are all different, but we also are so much the same. So hugs and kisses. Let me go take care of some patients, and I'll be listening.
Listen,
Thank
Sister
you,
White,
guys.
you better go get all your shots now while you can, because RFK can diagnose children just by looking at their face. And he said we don't need no more vaccinations, so we're going to discontinue that shit.
Boy, he should, instead of going to law school, he should have went to medical school.
Hello?
You'd think
You
knowing
know.
medical science would be a
See, if you knew him, you
prerequisite.
know that he is an MD.
And
I love it.
I think you have to now get a prescription from your doctor to get a COVID vaccine if you're under 65. I think that's a new rule.
Yes.
Well, I'm high risk, so I'll get it. They already told me to get my ass over there and get my pneumonia shot and this shot and that shot.
I know. April, I got to get the shingles and pneumonia. I'm like, damn.
Shingles is not bad. I had no problem. It's 2 doses. They tried to get, my doctor said, oh, you need to get this shingles shot. I'm like, again? Yeah, I already got
Oh,
it. So
shit.
look at the record. Yeah, it wasn't hard. Just go for 2. It's 2 different ones. I can't remember the timeline between them, but it's not too long.
So sorry for us old folks talking.
Yeah, so old
Sorry,
folks
my
are
doctor.
talking our old folks' health. 2 young ones are out here spreading the plague every other damn day. So now,
Natural medicine for shingles, but
No ma'am. No sir, no ma'am. No
Y'all finished showing off for the day? Just let me know. Y'all finished showing off?
I just got here, First Lady, to show off.
Me too.
You showed off as soon as you got in there. So. Yeah.
I knew you
So
were
you
going to put the
finished?
hammer down. I am finished.
No, you're not.
There is a vaccine for shingles. That's natural point. It's called attenuated shingles.
Ew.
Well, I don't know about for the COVID, but
Why you talking about shingles? What's wrong with y'all? What's going on?
speaking about health and improving our health regulations and everything else.
Don't you gotta be old to get the shingles?
No, you got to get it at 50, and he's 50.
I-
You can get
Oh.
shingles at any time. It's just
Yeah, you're supposed to get the vaccine at 50, and that's why he's saying that, because he's 50.
Got it. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Calling people old.
I said,
I am
don't you gotta be old?
I'm just
And
messing.
I didn't say that he was old. Somebody else said it. I didn't say it. So it's not a y'all. It's
any
somebody.
age can catch the shingles, can get the shingles.
Oh really? I thought the younger people catch measles when you're older. Is the
No,
thing.
no, it's chicken life. You get the shingles. Possibly get the shingles. So
You
that's where the
have it
vaccine comes
dormant in your system if you've had actual chicken pox, which other people now, when we were younger, we did. Our parents had the stupid chicken pox parties where you would get it and they'd take you around kids that didn't have it, so everybody could
Yeah, I had the chicken pox, and I'm not that old.
So,
Yeah.
girl, what? Now I gotta get that.
Yeah, I had chicken pox too.
Yeah, you need when you 50. Not now. You still got
Maple said you can get it anytime.
You can.
Yeah, but they're not giving shingles until you're 50. They're not giving the shot.
You're
So let me get this straight.
Got a few years.
I gotta go get my butt played in at the doctor. I gotta go get a shingles.
Remind me.
Yo, you sound like what my husband said. He was like, they want to check my prostate, that they want to do this, that they want to do that. It's too much.
Listen, just be.
And I heard that they can do it like in a different way. I don't want to do that.
Listen, at least you don't have to have a speculum put up in there and cranked open.
But don't they? Huh?
What?
Is that a
Yeah,
why would they do
That's
that?
what we get to do.
They put that
That's what
spatula
women
up in
get
your
to do,
crotch.
baby.
Why?
And
They
open
gotta
it
see
up
up
so
in
they can
there.
pinch that tissue out.
Can somebody give me a reason for
I
what
just
that?
told you so they can go in there and get the tissue out.
It's called
Yeah,
pap
but you
smear.
have.
Make sure you ain't got no polyps in
Nah,
there.
You're awake during a pap smear. Sorry.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll wake up. No, they're gonna put you to sleep, Just.
You know they don't put you to sleep for no pap smear.
No, I'm saying him.
You ain't gonna get pap smears.
No, for your colonoscopy.
Oh,
What
God,
the?
everybody's confused.
Oh,
Jesus.
God.
Okay,
I
okay.
said count yourself.
No,
lucky.
April said that.
Hold on. Let's get this straight.
No, you get it straight.
Ladies,
Yeah, because you trying to scare people. To
I know
anybody
what
but
it
first
is.
lady.
wait. I know what it is. Ladies get pap smears, and they have to be cranked open. They are awake during that. Men, when they play with our butt is the way you described it. They put us to sleep. Okay?
They put y'all to sleep to check your prostate?
No, he's saying for colonoscopy.
Yeah, colonoscopy.
That's not for men, that's for
But
everybody.
for a colonoscopy, you can do it a different way.
I used to be like you. Every drama room, I gotta get in there.
She has to have a little bit of drama every day, right, Will?
No, I mean, so look, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, she's young and she gets bored and she, wants to go to the drama room.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm old, I'm not.
Feels more social and intimate.
Yeah. Well, in some places.
Yeah, we always do have the crazy rooms.
Yeah, let's not get into intimacy on Clubhouse, babe.
Yeah.
It doesn't bode well for some people.
Yeah, I can't believe Baby called me a piece of shit. He was like, Sarah, you're a piece of shit. And I was like, what's wrong with you, man?
Let's not talk about it.
No, I know. It was quite funny. Nobody's ever called me a piece of shit on the app. And I was like, oh.
Well, Sarah, I'd say count yourself lucky. If that's the worst, then it's bad.
You're a piece of shit, but I love you to death. How about that?
My God.
You're called a piece of shit twice on the side now. Once by your husband.
The only thing that annoys me is that the emojis, you have to click on someone else. You can't just have an emoji yourself.
I know. That bugs me too.
Didn't that used to be a thing?
No,
Yeah.
that's new.
Used to, when you clicked on the emojis, they were on you.
Yeah.
But now you have to click on somebody else to emoji.
Yeah, so you have to react to someone in a sense. You can't just do it.
What about the sound effects? Can you still make the sound effects?
Yeah.
You make that by holding down yourself, and then they're there.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's the same. Yeah, because it's the same. Well, I mean, that emoji's fine. I don't care about that one.
Personally, I think the best feature is the GIFs.
Yeah, I like the gifts.
Yeah, no, the gifts are pretty sick. I mean,
I find myself wanting the exclamation points that we used to have. I don't have those anymore. Like when you're shocked by something.
Yes.
The eyeballs one we have.
Isn't that on when you click on someone else? Let's see. No. So now. Ewan, when I gave you that masking tape the other night for the front door, where did you put it?
And I mean, stat.
I did say that.
Centimeters.
I
The measuring tape.
I did say that. I said, y'all gotta get this out. You gotta get it out. It's gotta go.
When it's time to deliver, I'm like, hey, I'm here for my cesarean section. So I'm gonna check this out. I'm not doing that.
Whatever you
Yo,
gotta
that's how my aunt is. She does not do vaginal delivery. Everything is C-section. She's like, nope.
I'm like squinching my butt cheeks
I don't
together while
want
we
to do
talking
no
about
labor pains. Just cut the baby out.
Try laboring for 6 hours, and then they do an emergency. You get to do.
How does it feel? Like,
Well, I labored for 15 hours, and then I had a C-section.
Goddamn, bitch.
you know, I would have got better, and I would have came back there and squared up with everybody. So y'all motherfuckers let me go.
My best delivery was my 1 and my number 4.
My husband was there.
Ooh, so you did that joint 4
Out
times?
of my face.
Oh, wow.
I had 1 C-section, 3 vaginals.
Those C-sections are no joke.
That number 3, bro.
I mean, not that I know.
Let me tell you, I want my homegirl to have her baby, and
That was
her
a
dad
journey.
the daddy didn't like show up or whatever, so I was in there, passed right out. When they lifted them legs up, and
Yeah, that's what the men usually do.
Passed out.
If they don't pass out,
hit
they
the
want to
floor.
throw up.
I had a Cardi B knot on my head, sure did.
I was.
Why did you pass out?
Because as soon as they
You
lifted
seen
it
that
up, her
placenta and those lips and all
baby,
that.
and it was like the head, it was like coming out, and he said, I think he said it's about to it was about to split, because sometimes that's all I remember.
No, she cut me. I had a piece of
Yeah, there's some people that don't get cut prior to a tear.
I was.
Yo, there's been chicks, they tear from the pussy to the ass.
Yeah, but that's what they were saying. They have to lube a lot.
I was
like a 12
Y'all
time
are
baby.
excited about this
Yeah.
topic.
It's a crazy subject because listen, I was there and I had to keep a straight face the whole damn time because goodness gracious, I really wanted to make that scrunchy face. I couldn't because I wanted to make sure my wife.
Yeah, you better not.
Look at me crazy.
Oh man,
is looking
I
at
was-
you like, don't be making no faces about my shit.
I was gonna start projecting.
I was mean to my mom. I was a 32-hour labor and I weighed 13 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
You over.
You wouldn't have made it.
You over here. Like,
One of us wouldn't have made it. One of us would not have made it.
And then for y'all to do it and then go back and do it again is crazy.
Yo, the crazy thing is after you do it, you like, yo, I'm never gonna do this again, and then you find yourself knocked up again and
Well,
back
there's
into it.
actually releases drugs to make it seem like it's less painful after the fact.
Women are the most scared people it is. We do this shit. That's what it is.
And that's the thing, when you pregnant, you know that baby gotta come out no matter how it comes out, that baby gotta come out. You're ready and it gotta happen now. Like, fuck.
My kids are 10 years apart, so it wasn't like I was like, yeah, let's do this tomorrow.
Oh, I have gaps too. I have a 6-year gap, then I have a 9-year gap.
Yeah, all that contemplation time is this.
And then I have a 4 year.
Because I couldn't do no abortion. I wasn't going to do no abortion.
You know, there's implants, there's all sorts of stuff that, you know.
My
Some
first
people
one
get
was
pregnant
4
on birth control, dear.
Yeah,
I had
that's true.
48 hours. I had 48 hours of labor.
Girl,
4 hours.
God bless you.
And then I burst a hole in my lung from pushing. And I got pregnant 2.5
You did what? What did you get worse? I did what?
1912.
following.
I think she's in her 70s, guys.
And please tell me you were one and done. Please tell me after 48 hours of birth, you only gave birth once.
This is following 9 months of hyperemesis where I threw up all day. No, what happened was 2 years later, I was sitting in the kitchen and our little 18-month-old was sitting in her high chair and she was very close to her daddy. She was always daddy's girl. And she looked at him and she crooked her little finger. She wanted some milk and she said, "Hey, Gare." And I said to myself, nope, we're not doing this. There's not going to be 3 of us. There's no hey, Gare. And I decided to have a second child. And I have the same hyperemesis. So those who are medically aware, that means I was in the hospital on IVs 6 or 8 times with both of them. The labor with him was 36 hours, and it was a better pregnancy because my first pregnancy was an all-male OBGYN, and they were telling me
I like my Dr. Chisholm.
Oh, mine was horrible. They were like, "You're trying to throw up the baby." I was so excited to be pregnant. I wanted nothing of this. And I did do it a second time. And yeah, I did. Going through childbirth is a huge thing. And for years, I did workshops for expectant mothers about the emotional changes of pregnancy. That's what my first book came out of. And one of the things I always told them was, do not forget about your labor and delivery, because I know that's what they used to tell women. Oh, just forget about it. You won't remember it. Well, I remember all of it, and I think it's something women should remember because it's such.
My child is 15. I think I still got postpartum.
And also about the throwing up, that's another fucking
Yeah,
thing.
that's terrible.
Question, Al.
They'll get that.
Yeah, well,
I have a question now. I have a question. A male question. So, have you ever had a flashback of that pregnancy and then, like, for some reason, like, slap your child because of that? Like, did that ever happen? Just wanna know.
There have been points in raising them. They're now 41 and 43. There have been times when I felt like saying, you little shit, you have no fucking idea what it took to bring you here. But it wouldn't do any good.
That's why the urge to slap the shit out of them when they disrespect you just wells up. So you know the hand is across the face before you even contemplate carrying on with it. My first son was born. Well, both of them were born in a military hospital, but the first one was an experiment because every fucking body and their mother was crowded into my room while I was laboring and while I was delivering, the people who were training. I don't know how many goddamn people.
Everybody was saying your poom poom. Okay.
I didn't give a shit. I did not.
I know you don't care.
Get this shit out.
When you're in pain, you don't. Everybody want to be like, oh my God, they're gonna see me down there. When you in fucking pain, you kicking everything off, and you got your shit all wide open, and you don't give a fuck who sees you.
He had the cord around his neck, and they were like hands in there trying to pull him out. So, okay, listen, take a tape measure and get to 10 centimeters, make that into a circle, and that's how big the shit got to get, okay? This is what we go through, and then we get ungrateful children. Okay, this is how, like I said, Brian would have been dropped off. Oh, no. Where'd he go? He would have been dropped off at the orphanage as soon as we got out of the hospital, because 13 pounds and 28 hours of labor.
Oh, that was Michael.
Michael.
I can't get over that. I can't get over that. We can't go on and have a relationship after that.
My mom said it was smooth. I was like 9 pounds, but she said she went in at 8 o'clock because she was, and I was there by 6 p.m.
Yeah, my mom said I was smooth.
She said it was like going to work. But she had a C-section or whatever. She said that's where I got that from. She said she showed up and said, "Here for my C-section."
And the comment in the chat is right. Men should have no say because we the ones have to go in there and actually have another person pull out our body, okay? Shit, y'all get some say, but keep your shit wrapped up or stay away.
I had a pregnant dog.
Let me tell you, if I was a millionaire, I would have multiple kids, more than 4. Yeah, I would have a lot of kids.
I have 2 female, 2 20.
Come out your vagina. I would have a 12. Yeah, take those. Yeah, crazy.
What if y'all could be like dogs that have?
Don't worry, I'm gonna be have a
7 or 8 at a time. Y'all up for that?
Listen, Joseph.
Like long shebang.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna be quiet. This will be real quick. My last child, still even to this day, I'm getting better. But for a long time, I had PTSD. Where when I saw other pregnant women, I'd be like, "Ew, like you can I do that?" Seriously, I could not fix my face. It was just like, "Ew, that is so gross." For years. And I promise you, I postpartum, I felt like that lasted for, I don't think it kicked in until maybe like 24 months later. But then I felt like it didn't leave for like 6 years. I'm trying to tell you.
What does that mean?
Which part? Postpartum?
Like, what is that?
Depression.
What is that like?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Pregnancy, depression.
It happens. It's different for everybody. So, if she explains it to you, somebody else explains it a little different. There's people that don't want to hold their babies or don't even care for their babies.
Look, I had it for 12 hours. I know I had it for 12 hours. I went home because we lived in Georgia, and this was in July, in a trailer. It's fucking hot as hell. My husband at the time went and got a window unit air conditioner because the other had kicked out. It was over. It was done. We rented a trailer. I went home. I left my baby with my friends and my husband down the street. I just got in the car, didn't tell them shit, went home. My parents had been visiting. I had left before that time. I went home. I put my 38 on the counter, okay, because that was the neighborhood we lived in. And I cleaned my house from top to bottom the first day out of the hospital. The next day, I couldn't walk. I regretted life at that point. But I had it. I was like, if somebody had come through my door, other than somebody I was related to or friends with, they would have been going out, been carried out, because I had my 38 ready, girl. I'm serious. I'd be like, I'm done. It would have been insanity.
That's how the lady that I used to live next door to, when I was in Texas, she had a baby, and she was the sweetest person. And after she had the baby, like, she just used to be doing weird stuff. Like, I would see her holding the baby, no back support, the baby just like flinging around. I used to be like, something wrong with her.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think it went bad for her, and then she ended up getting put out of the place. I don't know what happened after that, but I remember thinking like, damn, like it was such a nice pregnancy, and then it just went bad. And she just would be looking at the baby like she was over.
There's women who actually kill their children because of postpartum. It's so severe. Like Janelle said, it's on a spectrum again, like many things. It can be really bad or not so much.
Yeah, I think I had minor postpartum with baby number 3. Probably lasted a few months, but I got over it. I was like, get your shit together.
That's how animals be though. My friend kept leaving me with his cat kept bringing me his kittens, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" He was like, "Oh, she tired. She wants you to take care of it." I was was like,
Yeah, but look at that. Mom can't do that shit.
I'll take it to the dad. I'm curious.
Yeah, but there's like the ones that don't have their husbands or don't have baby father there. They just with that baby by themselves, baby crying, baby with colic, and
Do the dads be good with them? With the dads?
Child.
What do they do?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Both my baby daddies is beautiful. I was the one went back.
yeah, I think if they present,
kids
they,
while I was at work.
yeah, I think the ones that are present, yeah, but the ones that are not there, I don't know.
Both of mine were pretty good dads, especially when they were small. I was surprised, but yeah, it just
When it comes to my newborns, I am like an animal when they have their puppies. I don't want nobody carrying my newborn. So I never allowed the dads to really do anything with them.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And I'm not sure.
So I'm literally like, I would compare it to the animals, the way they are when the dad tries to come around the puppy, or yeah, that's the way I was. So I used to be fucking exhausted, and I used to still just be there pumping and holding her.
My dog, I would never recommend her to be around them. They supposed to keep them for like 8 weeks. At like 5 to 6 weeks, she just stopped. She stopped feeding them. She stopped doing. I had to get them so I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She'll like kind of growl at them like toward the end, like when they'll come near her, like, girl, get away from me. And about her food, when they'll try to come near her food, I'm like, you gonna fuck the kid up like that? So I don't know. Maybe she had fault. Maybe they'll come in animal form too, because she wasn't with it. She didn't want to be their mom. Oh, is Lisa there? Oh, she's still with patients, right? Well, what is 3.560 kilograms? What is that?
What's going on?
Measuring cocaine? Yeah, it's cocaine. Come on now. Yeah.
We don't know what the hell you talking about. You just come out of nowhere. Lisa here.
Just give me a.
I want to know about 3.5 ounces. What?
3.56 kilo.
It's probably about 5 to 15, depending on
It's like 7, 8.
Thank you, Brian. You read my mind.
You said 7, 8 pounds?
You're trying to convert it to pounds? It's like 7 or 8 pounds.
Who's 7 or 8 pounds?
That was my son when he was born.
I was 7'15".
They gave your baby to you in ounces?
Yeah, no kilos. Yeah, kilos.
Yeah.
That's crazy. When you was born? Like, you was born in America?
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, but she was
like,
like,
talking about no kilos. What's going on?
yeah.
That's the way they set it on the scale. I don't know.
Yeah, they measure both.
I looked right at the screen while they were doing what they was doing. I would look to the side. I saw pounds and ounces.
Yeah, I mean, I memorialized everything, so I took the pictures of him on the scale and everything.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at.
I needed oxygen because, like,
Not treated oxygen.
I'm dead. That's serious.
Because you was about to pass out?
Yeah, I didn't think of it. Like, so, all 3 of my sons were C-sections, but my first one, like, never experienced or whatever. And
you said that you had a C-section. What's that?
No, I said all 3 of my sons, their mothers,
Oh.
C-sections. Now,
Okay.
for me as a dad, the nurse said, hey, you know what? When we come and get you, you need to go right at that point. So, went into the, the delivery room. I didn't know if I was in a delivery room or an ice locker. It was like fucking cold.
Yeah. Like an ice box.
And they had my
And you naked.
laying there, and they just had like this sheet, like
butt ass naked with a sheet in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I just thought,
can we hurry up with this story?
That's how they do C-sections.
I know, and that's why I'm having flashbacks. Literally, I'm getting hot.
I'm having a hot foot. I'm just saying, as a guy, I have no qualm because I just kept looking at her. I'm not good with blood anyway.
She laughed?
I'm looking. She actually laughed. Wow. But no, they told me when they pulled my son out and took him over to the little weigh scale thing, looked like he was at the deli. When I stood up, like I noticed while they was doing it, like one of the clips on the bed sheet or whatever they had blocking her lower off, it had dropped and nobody clipped it back up. So I just kept looking at her closer. And on my periphery, I saw this bloodied arm from one of the doctors. And so the nurse said, "All right, you ready, Mr. Young?" And I stood up and I consciously looked up at the ceiling so I wouldn't look, down towards her, stomach where the C-section was. And then when I looked down, I looked right at the spot on the floor where there was blood and like some cloth. I always thought I stood there for a couple of seconds, but apparently it was longer because two of the nurses had grabbed me on both sides and had to walk me over and gave me one of those little oxygen things. That shit.
Yeah, bro. You ain't supposed to be looking on the other side of the sheet, bro.
Listen,
Like I said,
I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all gonna knock it up, right, y'all gonna have to take blood, because whether it's a C-section or not, it's gonna be some blood, y'all.
Yeah.
And especially when a doctor wanna make fucking jokes like, "Oh, you have a redhead." I'm gonna fucking slap the shit out of him saying that. Yo, but it's gonna be blood. I'm sorry to tell you.
My thing, I kept hearing all this metal clanking while I'm looking at, my son's mother. I was like, are y'all delivering my son or putting in a small block V8? Because that's a lot of, tools that y'all got over there. And I'm like, dude, hearing the clink, clink. And I'm like, what are y'all cutting?
Yeah, bro. They cut it up multiple layers of her stomach before they pull the baby out.
Yeah.
I know the experience of both sides, and I'll take a vaginal over a C-section any day. And that's just me.
I got better with my other two. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Who's that side?
I said even with the split, because they gotta do that botch ass sewn up again. I've heard all the stories.
Yeah, let me tell you, I'm not even gonna lie. Jamaica Hospital, they did an amazing C-section. I'm talking about the scar, everything, beautiful. You don't even see that shit. No, like I guess I just heal good, but he also did his thing, with the stitching. But it's just the after pain. Like, you got to be on these drugs because of the pain. It's just like you're not enjoying the baby. You don't have the same bonding with your spouse through a C-section versus a vaginal. So I'll prefer a vaginal. And that's why you see after my C-section, I went vaginal again, which is called a VBAC, for anyone that doesn't know. I ended up doing a VBAC because I wanted to experience that with my current husband. Because his daughter was the first over the C-section, so we never experienced vaginal. So that's why my third and my fourth is vaginal.
There's something about that I feel like Grant, as a dad, I have no idea, from a woman's standpoint, but like when we found out like that she was going to have a C-section, I kind of felt like, I don't know, like cheated from the experience of like, waking up at 0 dark 30. Oh my God, my water broke. Let's get to the hospital. Let's go. And it was like, so you're about 8.5 months. Let's schedule your pregnancy for Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Is that good for you? And I'm like, what? Like, oh, all right. I guess we're doing it Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Yeah. There's something missing. One of my boys, he had that, like him and his girl, it was like 3:30 in the morning. He's dead ass asleep. And he said she was fighting it because she was in the bathroom just going, oh, no. And he kind of woke up here and just whimpering like, what the hell's going on? Did your water break? And he said, his girl was like, no, that's not water. I just spilled my drink. It's like, what? Like she first pregnancy, she totally did not like come to that conclusion that the baby eventually has to come out. But anyway, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know something? They try to make my sister a C-section, right?
Yeah.
And my sister was like, no. And my niece came out in 7 minutes. I mean, that was her second child, but my niece came out in 7 minutes. They just sitting there trying to make more money. That's what it was.
No, of course. Let me tell you something. For my C-section, she definitely could have came out vaginally. She is my smallest baby, smallest head.
I was already 6 centimeters dilated. She was able to, I understand heart rate is dropping, but guess what? With my third and fourth pregnancy, the heart rate was dropping also, and I delivered them vaginally. But I get it. The doctor's he's about to go home. His shift is about to end. Yo, let's get this surgery. Let's get this surgery money real quick. Send this bitch to the back and let's cut her up. Once again, I believe she could have came vaginally. I didn't need that C-section. But, you gotta let people do what they do.
Somebody call 911. I can't breathe.
Someone, please.
Traumatizing me today.
Why you got traumatized? You already got kids. You already know about labor and delivery. What you mean?
We hyper-focused on C-sections and what is y'all doing?
Oh, no. I was just saying that I prefer vaginal over C-section. That's it.
Oh, God.
That's it.
My C-section was not planned.
You had a C-section from 1 and 2? Or just
I had been in labor all day long. And then it was 8:30, 9:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, your daughter, she's down there. You've dilated 8 centimeters, but she just won't come out. And I started crying. Like, I was crying. I was like, I don't want to see C-section, please. And it was like, okay, we're going to get the midwife to come in here, and they're going to do some positions with you. They put me in a pretzel. They had my leg all up in one end of the place. They tilted the bed upside down. And mind you, I had to get a cerclage because she was coming out early. So now it's time for her to come out. She didn't want to come out. And after like an hour and 45 minutes of them trying to do all these positions and she didn't move, it was like, yeah, we're going to have to put you in C-section.
How much did she weigh?
8 pounds, 14 ounces.
Yeah, that wasn't coming out. There was a chance that even if you would have fully dilated to 10, she was still not coming through your birth canal. It was not going to happen. Because with the third one, she was 7'10".
This conversation.
The third, Kylie, she was 7'10". They said if she was 8 pounds, she was not coming out. She was not.
I had my son. He was 8 pounds, 4 ounces.
And he came out.
And he came out vaginal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you had a vaginal, then a C-section like me. Vaginal C-section.
Yeah.
Even my labor when I was 15, beautiful. Best labor in the world. Another Jamaica hospital labor. I'm talking about I was there for 23 hours and 38 minutes. Didn't feel no pain. I never knew what labor pains was with my first pregnancy. Because I didn't feel any pain. I took epidural. I was good, numbed. I pushed him out 30 minutes.
Be something in the news. It's gotta be.
I pushed him out 30 minutes. He was 7'12".
Give us breaking news first. Is there a new ice cream shop, a new restaurant open? What happened?
Breaking news. Sorry, I don't know.
Grocery store.
Please bless First Lady with another baby. Thank you.
How did you do that? Flash for me. I'm about to start crying again. Don't you ever say that. That is curse.
So, all right, breaking news. So, they about to really go in on the Argentinian president. They're throwing shit at him. They're fucking about to whoop his ass. Right? These Argentinian people are not fucking playing games. Apparently, he cut some benefits for some folks, and they're pissed. They took to the streets and they're revolting in Argentina. So I don't know. I'm trying to look for the article now, but I'm like, I just jumped back in the car. And I'm driving around. So I don't know if anyone wants to look that up. Do we care about Argentina or not?
What they gonna do with Argentina?
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
So I was reading this article. So where did I just see it? There's protests, corruption scandal and protests. Javier Milei faces his toughest week. Click on it. But my service is really slow. I'm out here in his toughest week in Argentina and Argentine politics. A few weeks have been as tumultuous for a president as the one Javier Milei has just endured. His popularity, which until a few months ago seemed unshakable among the sectors that lifted its power, is facing rapid erosion amid corruption allegations, financial scandals, massive protests, and election climate fraught with uncertainty. Less than 2 weeks before the provincial elections on September 7th, and with eyes set on the midterm legislative elections on October 26th, the Libertarian government finds itself under unprecedented pressure. The epicenter of the political storm carries the Milei surname, though it is not only the president who is directly implicated, but also his sister and right-hand woman, Karina Milei, currently Secretary General of the presidency. Audio recordings released by the streaming channel Carnival placed an influential official at the center of an alleged bribery scheme tied to the management of the National Disability Agency. So these cases add to the ongoing investigations against the president himself, such as the cryptocurrency scandal that has been under judicial scrutiny for 6 months, including one case moving forward against the Argentine president in the United States. Interesting. Didn't the Trump admin cite Argentina like plenty of times? Was it Argentina or Chile? I can't remember. Anyhow, hey John.
Hey, what up,
Okay,
yo?
I'll put the
How you doing?
I'll link the story at the
Gemini's
top.
here. OMG, it's gonna rain in August.
I'll just throw the link in the chat.
Rain. All right, so something's going on with something, but the CNN said that they agree with the mayor. I want to hear this clip.
Wait,
Yes or no?
is she breaking up or is it?
Am I?
No, you
Am I
good.
good?
You good. Play it.
All right, let me see. And Patty puts it on top. I don't know what's that. New York Times article, I guess. Whatever you want from me. I need to.
Prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a
You
church.
got here?
These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country.
I mean, he's expressing something that I know you feel and most people feel, which is a combination of sadness, but raw rage. That's right. Forget about thoughts and prayers. These kids were literally praying when they were running through a church window.
The rest of it is just what's name. It says.
This is light music on the side.
Authorities said at least 2 children are dead and more than dozens were injured. Obviously, we know that Wednesday after a shooter opened fire during a mass. Catholic Church. Other liberal figures also blasted prayer in the aftermath of shooting, including MSNBC Jen Bowski, who said prayer is not freaking enough. Prayers does not end school shootings. Prayers do not make parents feel safe sending their kids to school. Y'all disagree with that? I think that's something to agree with. Prayers isn't enough. Y'all got a problem with that?
It's not enough.
That's not enough.
It's not going to stop everything.
No, I mean, that's the start of it. You start praying to figure out a solution. So that your mind can open up and clear the thoughts for some kind of solution to this problem. But everybody keeps saying, well, it's not going to work, and nobody's trying any damn thing. So then we just keep twiddling our thumbs year after year after year after year.
If we could spend $1 million a day on putting
the National Guard over in D.C., we can figure out something for the schools. We could have some staff that are dedicated.
Well, first of all, a huge percentage of this country doesn't even think that school shootings are a problem, right? They don't even acknowledge it. They're like, well, this is, the cost of kids going to school. It's like, you don't really hear a peep from the Republicans. So that's why I'm like, so the first step is that this is a problem, right? People need to accept it as a problem in order to move forward.
Stop.
I'm trying to train it. I don't know if it's. It shouldn't take. It shouldn't take something like this happening to people to be alarmed. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people don't care, or people don't respond more forcefully until the shit impacts them directly. And it shouldn't take our elected officials. It shouldn't take our fellow citizens having this impact them on a personal level, whether it's their child or at their school if they are a teacher. It shouldn't get to that point in order for people to act, and not doing anything that cannot stand. Do something.
So let me ask you a quick question. Gemini, you brought up the National Guard and how much you're spending, right? So would y'all be opposed to the National Guard actually bordering the school systems?
I would, only because their primary function is not to shoot and terminate a threat when dealing with civilians. You need somebody that's dedicated to that. Like, this is my job. I see you. I recognize the threat. I terminate the threat. Civilian or otherwise, it don't fucking matter. You need somebody that is their MO. That's their focus, right? Not somebody that's standing in doing a job that is not typically allocated to them.
All right. Well, what would be equivalent to National Guard if it's not National Guard? What would be equivalent if they don't have the power?
Security company that's dedicated to the school system, flat out. Armed the same way, like I have armed security when I do certain things, right? So, I mean, come on, like we have armed companies. We just need to hire. That's all.
I mentioned, I don't know, was an hour or so ago, or when Katrina and water and or mainly water, but they were spitballing some ideas. My opinion, again, just my opinion, is that the notion that there is one singular, solution, I think needs to be greatly diminished. Could it be a series or multiple things, whether it's stricter gun laws, or whether it's holding our elected officials accountable, bulletproof glass for the windows at schools. The notion that, okay, this one thing will, solve all the ills of school shootings and mass casualty events. To me, that's what kind of grates on my nerves. Could it be a series of good ideas enacted?
Not to switch everything up, but just out of curiosity, did y'all speak about Russia attacking Ukraine overnight and unleashing over 600 air weapons? The second largest attack, and then ended up with I forget how many deaths, I think 27, and like 4 kids. Have y'all discussed that or no?
No, that happened last night.
Yep. They don't give a fuck. He came and shook Trump's hand. It then went crazy. Like, he don't give a fuck about
Well, Trump already kind of excused it, though, because Trump was like, well, you know, they're going to fight until the peace is actually done. He literally said that.
He did. Trump made a comment about it. He's made a statement. He said he's very disappointed.
Oh, wow. That's a way to get him, Trump. Get him, Putin.
Disappointed. Finger wag, you know. So meeting with Russia, I'm just curious, like, what did that accomplish if they just launched the second largest airstrike they ever launched on the Ukraine? How did that, like, what did we accomplish?
It distracted us from Epstein for a day or two.
That's the worst part about the
pedos, I'm gonna say this real quick. We get right back to it because I still think that Ukraine is crazy. But there is a gentleman. There's this bitch ass dude on the app called Hollywood Prince, and I just he got outed on the stage I was on a while back, and now he's coming back around trying to be around. He was outed in the chat when I was on stage for somebody had in the chat. They were like, I was monitoring this other stage, and they were like, y'all gonna really let this pedo on the stage? I'm like, you can't be saying people are pedos without proof. Like, that's not cool. Like, if you got some proof, then we can go ahead and address that. And then I was like, who are you talking about? They're like, Hollywood. So he was next to me on the stage. I'm like, hey, come off the mic, bro. They accusing you of that, and I need to hear your side. He's like, well, I didn't know she was. Okay. All right. Immediately, I'm already on his head. Come to find out, when the conversation was finished before I moved him out the room, he had been charged with sex trafficking 2 minors on 2 different occasions, and he is a convicted pedophile. Not only is that, he's convicted pimp and a convicted pedophile. So y'all see him around because he's back trying to come on the app. His name is Hollywood Prince. He knows how to present like he's articulate, but he's a fucking pedo. But anyway, we can get back to Ukraine.
What's his ethnicity?
Unfortunately, black. And he out here in LA.
Whose mic is open?
Roberts.
Yo, pardon me, I didn't know my speaker was off. But what up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. You good?
Yeah, everything's good. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. That distraction tactic was so embarrassing. Not only did it not distract